in this box is something that's going to keep me very happy in the garage. Let's get out the box and take a look. Hi, good morning. Welcome back to Mike Makes It. In here is something that's going to keep me very happy and warm during the winter months in the garage. And you'll find out why now. Let's have a little look. A friend from Blueekin, there's a few items I've appeared on the channel before, but they've sent me this along. And it's a hot plate warmer, best described as a cup warmer. Put your cup in the middle there, and the idea is this surface gets hot. Depending on the pre-described settings you put in, it can keep the cup warm between 45 and 80 degrees centigrade in 5 centigrade increments, I should say. So if you want 60 degrees, bop, bop, hit the plus button, hit the minus button to take the temperature down. We'll plug it in a second. But some of the features, as I said, is incremental temperature settings. It's got a default 4-hour timer. So if you plug it in, you're in the garage, you drink your tea, off you go to lunch, for etc., or even go to bed. This will turn off after 4 hours. However, that can be overridden for between 1 hour and 12-hour increments. So you can set it on for 8 hours. If you know you're going to have constant supplies of tea coming from the wife, don't turn it off. Just replace the cups as the new ones come in. I think that's what I'm going to be doing. But in the middle here also, you've got an LED display, a white display that will tell you the preset temperature. So all very handy. But let's get it plugged in so you can actually see what's happening. Well, there you go. That's it out of the box. You do get a book of words, but it's really, really dead simple. So we'll go through that. It's plugged in. By default, you get two little dashes in the display there when it's powered on. You've got 4 buttons on the front of the device. They're actually screen printed, touch sensitive sensors, if you like. Nothing to get wet, to fall off, to get damaged. They're all touch sensitive under a screen printed decal. Basically, you've got on and off, up and down for the temperature sensors settings. You can see it's altering as I'm just gently touching above the decal. Plus goes up by 5 degree increments. There you go, up to 80 degrees, and the minimum setting is 45. By default, it's 55 when you switch it on. Now it's switched on, it's on, say, 55. It will stay on for 4 hours. After 4 hours, the unit will automatically power down. If you want to override that setting, simply press the timer switch or the timer symbol, and it'll show 1H, which is 1 hour. And you can have it pre-programmed by pressing this button up to 12 hours. So it'll stay on for 12 hours. Then after obviously 12 hours, it'll power down, or 7 hours, or 8 hours, depending on the value you put in there. 4 hours seems pretty good. One in the garage, having a cup of tea, working in there for a morning, a couple of cups of tea on there. It's going to keep it hot all the way through. So nice, simple, easy to use display. The cable is about 1.5 meters. It's rated at 36 watts, although when I'm watching the power meter, it will fluctuate. It'll go up to about 120, down to about 5. It's controlled internally temperature wise, so I expect the average is 36 watts, but it will pull a little bit more than that. But yeah, nice, simple, keep clean top there, really, really good. So let's switch them off, let it cool down, and we'll get the tests going. Right, I've got a top quality Duratal thermometer. So to just check the hot water, got a little bit of reflection going on there. It's telling me 57 degrees centigrade. So I'm going to pour equal amounts into the cups. You're going to lose a little bit of that temperature because the mugs are cold, but I'll aim for nigh on the same amount. This isn't a scientific test. This is Mike in the garage test. So, but I think that's probably going to be okay. Let's have a look at the temperature again. Now it's in a cold mug. 51, 52, 52. So they're exactly the same temperature. So I'm going to pop one on the surface there. I'm going to turn it on. And I'm going to go to 60 degrees temperature. That one will sit there. And I'm looking at the clock now. It's 10 to 3. So at 3 o'clock, I'm going to come back and we'll have another little measure, see what happens. They'll stay exactly like that. There's going to be no fiddling in the background. This is a true test, so we can see what actually happens. Looks at the hot place warm in the garage. We've gone up 1 or 2 degrees. So we'll try in the non-warmed cup. 42 degrees. Try on the one that's been heated up by the Blueekin plate heater, cup heater. And we have 49 degrees. So we've got 5, 6, 7 degrees, 6 degrees difference between the two. So it is doing something. Let's give it another 10 minutes and we'll come back again. Rightio, that's 20 minutes from the start of the test. Let's have a little look. 14 degrees ambient temperature in the garage. Not that cold, but it's good enough for the test. 15 degrees because we're above the hot water. What are we measuring now? 37, so that's definitely dropping. Let's try this one. 49, so we are doing quite well. It's not dropping like this one. The one that we're keeping warm is 10 degrees hotter than the normal mug that would be in the garage, so this one will be quite palatable. This one, getting a bit on the cold side. So I'm going to give it, say, let's give it 20 minutes from now. That would have definitely killed off this one, but we'll give it 20 minutes. I'm looking at the clock, it's 10 past 3. We'll give it till 3:30 and we'll see how this one's getting on. Remember, we're only on 60 degrees, so we've got another 20 degrees. We could bang that hot plate up on. But I think that's pretty fair temperature, pretty good test. If the garage was another 10 degrees colder, this would be going up to 80, keep me tea warm. So yep, come back in 20 minutes. Well, rightio, here we go. This is last test I'm going to be doing now. We're dunking in the non-heated cup of water. We've got 33 degrees. We go into the Blueekin heated water. See what that comes out with. We've set the warming plate to 60. That's not been altered. And the temperature's now reading 51. So it's gaining. So it is actually warming the mug up rather than just keeping it at a level temperature, so to speak. So I'm very pleased with that. That's going to be used over the winter and even the summer. Keep my tea warm in the garage. But yeah, there you go. That's available from Amazon, from our friends from Blueekin. The little heating plate. Not a lot to it, but it does pack a punch when it comes to heating your tea up. So yeah, have a look at Amazon, see if you can get one of these. I'm going to be using it all winter long, like I said. But yeah, thanks to Blueekin for sending that along to me, and keep a lookout for new products coming online. Thank you very much for watching Mike Makes It.